Alright, hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and I don't know if I have really anybody watching right now, but we're just gonna do kind of some testing today just to see, how it's gonna be going regarding just whether well, I'm losing my tongue already, so this is not gonna go over very well. Regardless, today I'm gonna be doing Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and today I am doing some live stream recording. This is mainly a test just to see how streaming is going to work with creating a VOD, or if this is exactly going to work here. But I'm going to do some Hearthstone today because if I'm just trying to test and don't want to attract much attention, let's play Hearthstone. So I'm going to be kind of net decking it today, playing a deck that I saw on Reddit that's really fun. I've had some good interaction with it so far. It's kind of a mid-range token druid deck with some twists that people tend to not have, although may have lost the element of surprise by now. But here's kind of the deck outlook here. Some of the cards that really stand out include the fact that it runs fairy dragons, which I've always liked, but haven't really used too much in constructed. Multiple violent teachers to get your tokens out, multiple forces of nature, multiple savage roars. I mean, all just good destruction stuff. You can see I have about 2,000 dust I haven't used. But most important thing about the deck is that it has no legendaries. So how can you survive without legendaries in Hearthstone? Well, we'll find out here. Right now I'm rank 18. So we're just going to be seeing if I can build my way up. Because that's what you got to do on the ladder. You've got to just, let's call it, let's just call it and say that sometimes you've just got to work your way up. And a lot of what makes it to get to Legendary is that you've got to be willing to grind a little. So I actually have not played too much Ranked for quite a few updates, so I'm kind of catching up with the metagame just a little bit. We'll see how this goes. So, this is a Hunter deck. I'm going to imagine it's not a mid-range deck, but decent start. I'm debating keeping the Power of the Wild. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm a huge fan of it when I have other cards out. Definitely don't want to have two, but I'm going to try this. If I lose, no biggie. We'll just see how it goes. Innervate's nice. Actually, Innervate turn 1 Keeper of the Grove. Could be pretty ridiculous. I don't know. Feels like that's maybe a better turn 2 play. I want to see what else I can get. But yeah, let's see here. Turn 3 Harvest Golem. Not too awful. You know what? I can actually turn 1 Harvest Golem. Let's see if we can do that. Because this is a Hunter deck. He could be putting out a lot of token creatures or stuff in just a minute. I may want to save this Silence. So we'll Innervate out this guy. Not a horrible play. I could have coined to get the Keeper out, which may have been okay. Like I said, I'm still learning this deck, so it's really up in the air just in terms of what I'm trying to do. And I know for anyone who may or may not be watching at this point, it's really going to boil down to someone's going to see a play that's pretty obvious to me later, and we'll kind of figure it out. But for now, I don't mind that he's not dropping anything yet. Maybe this is a slower Hunter. I don't know for sure. Now, the question here for me is, do I Power of the Wild or not? I don't think I do here, just because I want to save the +1/+1 for a more effective play. So let's go ahead and armor up, try and mitigate some of the damage that I know is going to be incoming in just a little bit. Like I said, I want to save the Silence for depending on what he has, whether it's his Savannah Huntress, or not Savannah Huntress, Savannah Highmane, or any kind of taunts, any kind of crazy stuff. Right now I can out-damage him, so that's a plus, but it is probably going to be Coin Keeper. Really? Deadly Shot? Okay, we are in the lower ranks right here. Waste of a Deadly Shot. In fact, let's just go ahead and say we're sorry about this, because I'd rather not Keeper if I don't have to. And now I don't have to. Don't know necessarily what I'm saving the coin for, but this could be a pretty good Power of the Wild play next turn, depending on what he drops. But yeah, if he's using hard removal on a card with a Death Rattle, you know you're at rank 18. Alright, that's more along the lines of what I was expecting. And Steady Shot. So it looks like next turn is Power of the Wild, Hero Power. Or I could coin. It's not an awful play either. A little bit greedy for me to go. I guess it's not that greedy. Because I just don't want an Explosive Trap to really do any harm to me. But he hasn't put out any secrets. So we'll just, I think we'll coin Druid of the Claw. Now with this deck, I tend to charge with Druid of the Claw. Whereas that may not have been the case before. But most important thing, paramount thing of this deck is early board control. That's how you destroy early aggression with that. But right now I have Savage Roar, I have Force of Nature, I have the combo. That's really nice to have early on. Didn't even notice that. Maybe I should have saved the coin for it, but We'll see if I can power the wild up here. Because there's not, unless he like explosive shots right here, which is one reason I put the Druid of the Claw to the side instead of in the middle, so that way he can't take out both. That's what I tell myself now, but feeling okay. There's Unleash the Hounds. So you got to anticipate that a little bit. Maybe I should have powered after all, but he's not going to be able to totally take me out. Like I said, that's not a horrible Unleash. And is that his entire turn? Okay, he's going for face, so that is his turn. Okay. So maybe, okay, Violent Teacher. Violet Teacher's nice to have. Probably should just, okay. Now Violet Teacher could be good because I'll be casting some spells here in a little bit, so it could be Violet Teacher, power the wild next turn. But I think for now it's time to keep her. And we'll get those tokens out in time for the Savage Roar play. Because right now I'm way ahead on the life bubble, so take that. Or I will take it. Like I said, I'm mainly just hoping to see... My main goal today is just to make sure that I can record and make videos. Okay, there's the explosive shot I was waiting for. I do like that play. And I guess that's to draw a card. Alright. Well, same seas as before. I got a lot of face damage out of that. And right now it's here 6. That Innervate doesn't do me a ton of good, other than it lets me possibly win next turn. So hopefully he doesn't take me out here. Regardless, we're going to do this. Let's go +1/+1 so that this can survive any kind of shenanigans. A really nice thing is that the token gets summoned before anything else, so that is a plus. Alright. Getting a little too excited here. So I have lethal on the board. I have actual lethal in my hand as well. I guess it's not actually board lethal because it's only 10 damage. But I've got a lot of pressure on him right now. There's the taunt. That's what I was hoping for. And Wolf Rider, is he going to take this out? I guess it's not going to matter because I have the Innervate. So there we go. Not too awful, one could say. Let's just make sure I don't screw this up. So summon 3/2/2 Treants to charge a die at the end. This would really be bad if I just summon the wrong thing first. Unfortunately, my board's not totally full. Then Savage Roar. See if he surrenders first. So there's the taunt. That's one way to deal with taunts. Not so bad. I like doing exact damage when possible. Didn't play awful, I just had a better deck. But that's kind of how it works. You get your tokens out, you get your creatures out, you get your things out, you get a bonus star. So rank 18, like I said, it's small potatoes right now, but you gotta grind your way back up. And looky there, I'm trying to get some quest experience. So we're just going to play a few more times. Like I said, I'll kind of talk through my plays with the deck as we go. Because like I said, this is a deck that I like, but it is one that relies... It's kind of a mid-range deck, actually. You want to have some early board presence and then escalate up to the Wombo combo if you can. Although there's plenty of times where you don't even need to have both of them. Just a Savage Roar would be enough, or just something else would be enough. Now, interesting part for me is this going to be a Zoo deck or not? And I'm actually going to ditch the Power of the Wild here. It's pretty good, but if this is a Zoo Warlock, as it very well could be, we could have some other issues arise. Maybe I should have kept one of those for the coin, but I like having Wrath and I like having turn 2 Harvest Golem. So, pretty fortuitous mulligan for me. It's really going to boil down to what he plays first. Alright. So this is going to mean Argent Squire into Wrath for the card draw. And that's more damage to him himself. Like I said, since this is not a hand lock, my goal now is to fight off the Zoo, as it were. So we'll see if he does some kind of Mortal Coil craziness here. Don't really expect him to. Oh, wow. He's actually going to go for it. He's going to go for it. He wants to draw the card that fast. Okay. Well, he's probably got another 1 mana creature to play if that's the case. No, Soulfire. Wow. Okay, we've got hyper aggression here today. We got 2 forces in nature, which is actually really good for sweeping the board against Zoo, but I think if he's going to do that, then I might as well just go ahead and get the card draw value out of that. And we get an Innervate, which does us not a lot of good right now. Unless I want to get a Harvest Golem out, but then the question is, what's my turn 3 play? We'll save these for later. He's got 2 cards to my 5 and the coin. So there's a Harvest Golem. Everyone gets a Harvest Golem. So right away, I think this is a decent coin spot. Because next turn I can do 1 Force of Nature to possibly sweep this out just a little bit. Maybe a little aggressive to do it like this, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm not too concerned with my ranking right now. I'm more concerned with getting to know this deck. Yeah, I broke the ceiling. Stormwind can suck it. We'll break one light too. There we go. So just life tap. Does he have anything else? I mean, Soulfire to the face on turn 2. Not my favorite play of all time. Okay. So that's pretty decent for me right there. What else is it? Really? Second Soulfire? Is this to the face too? Okay. Good time to have Ancient Allure. That's real. Those discards are really going to hurt him soon. Alright, so I'm going to use a Force of Nature to sweep here. Because like I said, board control is super important. Actually, question is, I don't even need the really Force of Nature. I just hate wasting a mana on the Innervate. But I guess that leaves turn 5 Azure Drake, and I'm not going to have... There's just not a lot of great choices for me right here, right now, so let's just go ahead and do this. You can say I'm noobing it up all you want. That's totally fine. I am all for you calling me a noob. That's no problem. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. Do this. Because it doesn't matter. They're token creatures that die anyway. Let's do this. Now he has 1 card left, but unfortunately these little guys are going to start hitting to the face, and I have 2 things on the board to his 0. So that's the start. I did value the 1 extra damage over the Divine Shield for the Argent Squire, mainly because reasons. I don't know, maybe it would have been better to keep that since the tokens were going to die. Doomguard, really? Okay. Now that's interesting. I guess this is a decent time to ask, do I Savage Roar and take that out? I will have massive card advantage. But I can Force of Nature and take it out next turn, so I think this may be the safer play. He's not going to draw anything that'll kill me next turn. Actually, that's even more better right there. Okay, so definitely got some options here now. Let's just ignore it. Because I have the Ancient of Lore. Like I said, I really doubt he has anything that's going to be able to kill me, unless he draws a second Doomguard. Not for 4 mana. Oh, good. Well, that kind of forced that one. Well, you can. That's a thing you can do that actually just made my life a lot easier. Because that's the thing. He's been going for face this whole time. He should have just kept going for face with that, but instead, I finally managed to intimidate him with my board. Now the question is do I have lethal? Not yet. I have my combo in hand. So turn 9 I should be okay, assuming he doesn't have taunts. And I could throw up a taunt Druid of the Claw, but it's probably better just to do this. Because he put himself perfectly in range for that. And I'm just going to ignore the defender. Keep going like that. So now we're at the point where Force of Nature, Savage Roar will win me the game. Let's just see if he decides to take this out. Okay. Interesting early aggression. Not early aggression, but weenies. Does he have anything else to play? Like I said, I just don't really want to see a Voidwalk or anything right now. That's a start. He's not going to like me very much right now. Now this is where I used to think of Ancient of Lore only as a card draw thing, but right now I kind of do have everything I need. So I could taunt Power of the Wild. I could Ancient of Lore. I'll probably survive either. Do I have lethal right now with the Savage Roar? Probably not. Just because, let's see here, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, just short. But I can get lethal next turn if I go ahead and just slow play it a little bit this turn. So that's where I really love the versatility of Druid. You go in thinking, hey, I'm going to Ancient Allure, heal myself back up. Then you don't even need to do that. And because he's used both of his Soulfires, I don't have that much to worry about. Really, the only thing's taunt at this point. Okay, so Knife Juggler. That's a really good time to use the Power of the Wild there. And he's not going to have a lot more to summon. That Knife Juggler's not going to do anything. Unless he gets like a bunch of tiny, tiny cards here. Or like a 2-for-1 Razor Friend. Really? Okay, that's cute. Well, GG to you, my friend. Unless he's got one last thing for 1 mana. Okay. That's too bad. You still lose. I guess we get the surrender here. Oh, well, you know. Well played. There we go. So he was holding... I guess he wasn't holding on to the Blood Knight, but we'll take that winning streak up to 17. Let's update that status. Rank 17, small beans. There's a lot of people streaming Hearthstone, so I wouldn't expect people to want to watch, but 40 free gold. So let's do this again. Like I said, I'm just going to keep it kind of low-key on this, because like I said, this is mainly just a test to see, can I VOD? Can I do something with it? And we'll find out. Would like to have something up on the Twitch page, on the other page, but just trying to kind of look through different strategies. Now, Fairy Dragon is a card that I really like early. And Violet Teacher is pretty good against Druid. This is actually a decent opening hand. Power of the Wild may be better to have for something else, so let's ditch it. Kind of have to think about that. It's Harvest Golem. Can't ask for a better 3 than that. So it's nice to have 2, 3, 4. Just gonna sit on it. Now, Paladin's not something that I've played too often against. So if this is gonna be some kind of like Weenie Rush deck, we'll just have to see. Now that's a little irritating. That could just straight up take that out. So we'll just go ahead and keep board control early. That's 4 damage to me, 1 armor, but better to do it on my terms than on theirs. I don't mind the hero power there. If I had the coin, I would have coined Fairy Dragon probably at the start, just to avoid stuff like that. So there is your first token. And I am, in fact, I could Harvest Golem, but instead I'm going to try and put 2 for 1 out. I know this leaves me a little open to Consecrate right now, but you do what you got to do. Because I want to be able to respond if the Silver Hand decides to get ideas of some kind of might or something. Is this going to be a Blessing of Kings? If it is, he's going to get silenced next turn. No, it's a taunt that's going to get silenced next turn. Okay. And he's going to kill his tokens. Decent for me. So I guess there's not much of a question what I do here. I can take out this taunter, or I can just silence him. Probably better to just silence him. So I want to try and maintain board control as best I can, but I can deal with him next turn with the charge if it comes to that. With the charge! Alright, there's your Consecrate. And I guess that's where I could improve a little bit of situational awareness, because he did get a 2 for 1 there with the Consecrate, and now I'm staring at this guy by himself. I could have just killed him and maybe avoided that. Swipe's going to be pretty useful. For now, we're going to go for board control. Because there's 1 Consecrate. We'll see what else he has in store. So not too bad. I tend to be kind of decisive with my play just a little bit, so let's see. I think on a clear board this is an okay time to charge this and just go for face. Pretty creature heavy, but I am excited that I have the swipe. If I get 9 mana and don't use it, I can actually pump some spell power into it too. Because this is a game of life totals eventually. Okay. I will follow the rules, sir. Now I wonder if he's going to have a Blood Knight or something, but this is not a good swipe. That's only 1 card worth of swipe. So we're just going to do this instead. Victory or death. Now he's got some bigger creatures here. We're going to have to see if he's got another, if he's going to drop another Consecrate on this right now. Yes, he will. So there's both Consecrates. Swept out. Alright. Don't know if I played that the best, but that's why I am here. So there's Force of Nature. Good, good. Horrible swipe target. Probably, I guess it's going to be Teacher, Fairy Dragon, Hero Power. And then I can start casting some spells. Because these little tokens can go toe-to-toe with Hero Power. I'm just expecting like a Tyrion any second. That'd be awesome. Or some kind of healing. Like I said, this is a deck that, at least according to the creator on Reddit, designed a little bit more to deal with some common big conventional things that you see. Really? Okay. Pretty interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling that itch a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Now, this is going to be kind of interesting to break down here. I can swipe or I can Force of Nature. Both of those allow me to Hero Power attack. I can survive with this. I think just swiping and running, because that's going to kill whatever. Ugh. Well, I can save the swipe for next turn, just Force of Nature now, and take out most of these threats. That's probably better, although it's a little unfortunate that I'm going to have to lose the Fairy Dragon if I do that. Or maybe I won't. Yeah, because this kills anything. We'll see, though. Like I said, swipe would be nice here. But let's do Force of Nature, Hero Power. I can afford to take a little bit of damage. I got the Ancient Allure in my pocket. So maybe a little bit of an unconventional play. Alright, so let's attack, pop that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Said 4, 5. Okay. And I hold on to my swipe. Was it worth it? We'll find out. Right now I've got a little bit more on the board. Good, that's a good reason to hold on to a swipe. Oh boy. Just trying to hold on as long as I can, and yeah, I will take some death rattle damage. Now remember when I said before something wasn't a good swipe? This is a little bit of a better swipe. Mainly because it takes out the taunter, lets me get some other shit out. I can go ahead and play this as well. Let's actually see what card I get. Oh, good. Okay, I guess the other question now is, do I just want to ditch the Violet Teacher then? Probably not. Let's just go ahead and do... Yeah, might as well. Because this will let me power the wild all these guys next turn, clears the board, opens the way for damage. He has no Consecrates, so unless he plays like the craziest Holy Wrath ever. No, that would do it too. Wow, you never see those in Constructed. This is like arena time. Okay, so no swipe. No swipe. Do I just go for face at this point? Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty decent on health. I feel like maybe I could go get a little bit more comfortable on health though, so let's see if we can go over the top here. Alright, so 1-1. 2-2. Good. Okay. So this is going to survive that. This is going to survive that. We'll just leave the tokens up.
Give that minion a turn.
And we'll just go here. And if he plays a second mind control tech, I'll just LOL a little bit. Do the whole fool me once, fool me twice. No, flesh-eating ghoul instead, so if he pumps that up a little bit, he's still not going to survive. No, he might survive. But this is why we heal. Question now is, what else does he have?
Reporting for duty.
Another little guy. This is 10 damage. I do have lethal. If I didn't before, I have it now. So, because you have hero power and 10 damage, so. Good game. Drunken fish. And more win streak. We're up to 16. We're up to the questing adventurer land. I know most people say who cares unless you're like legendary or whatever. But yeah, that's nice that you get your win streak stars. What is it? Until rank 5, and then it all slows down. So right now I'm still in the range of people playing who, some of them know what they're doing, some of them don't know what they're doing. Some of them play with flawed decks, some of them don't play with flawed decks. We'll figure it out. So Tattlebag, not Battle Tag. That's clever, and it's a priest. Who plays priest anymore? That's getting all these replaced. The one thing this deck has on priest is that it runs faster than priest. So, I'm gonna puke a little bit. 2 innervates would have been great if I kept something else. Oh well. Maybe I'll get a good draw here in a minute, because I really don't want a slow hand against priest. Alright. See how this one goes. No, it's a pass. That's the usual thing. Alright, you know what? I'm actually going to innervate Violet Teacher next turn. I got to get something on the board before he does. Fairy Dragon, that's a ominous start. But 2 Powers of the Wild will be pretty nice.
Pay attention, class.
And I could actually cast one of those right now and get something out, but we'll, because he can Shadow Word Pain that. That may be better to try and do that right now.
I'm ready to learn.
So this is nice because it's going to give me a pretty hefty board.
I'm ready to learn.
And I could have coined there for extra goodness, but I don't know if that's going to be the right play, but still, that's a scary turn 2, if I ever did say so. Did not anticipate somehow that the Innervate would give me an extra card. But like I said, this is still kind of a new deck to me. I'm still learning the ins and outs of it a little bit. And I actually have another Power of the Wild in there. Not at all time for Holy Nova. So, fortunately I can deal with this Fairy Dragon. So there's a Holy Smite. Forcing him to use those now is great. So I guess we're not seeing Shadow Word Pain, especially because this is 4, which you got to be careful about if you play the second Power of the Wild. Really, Shadow Word Pain on the token. Now that's just a little sad. Alright. Well, we'll do this again. Okay, let's go ahead and hit you. And we're just going to coin. And I know this is coin hero power crap, which leaves me off of the Azure Drake, so maybe it's a misplay. This is greedy. This is definitely greedy. But I'm banking on him not having a lot left. Because I got those ramp cards early, there's just not a lot to do with it. Alright, so there's the Shadow Word Death I was worried about. Oh well. So 2 Wraths. This is like a pretty sad hand. Should have kept that coin. Hello, person who is viewing. Thank you for coming by. So this is mainly just me testing today, just to see. First off, this deck. This is a nice Druid deck that I had pulled off of Reddit that I'm having some good success with so far. And I could actually 2 Wrath here, but that feels like a waste of time. We'll see here. So Power Word Shield, that's definitely a waste of time now. Would much prefer to silence this guy. And we didn't get the silence. Okay, well, Force of Nature, there's half the Wombo combo. We'll just let him do... Okay, 2 Forces of Nature. So this is the game of doubles today. Alright. Well, I'll just let that guy have his fun, and we're just going to start going for face. Sounds good to me. I'm sorry, I can't get over the name Tattlebag. Now, I do have some weird problems with Priest with this deck, which is interesting because I do play Priest from time to time, but this deck is just built to do other things. Like, he's going to get some card draw here just for this. But, you know, that's exactly when you want to play the North Shore Cleric, when you can make a play that will get you some card draw. So if he's going to use that to get card draw, token, whatever, so be it. So be it. And I guess he's thinking of something, I don't know. He's got 3 mana left. Alright. That's a little more annoying. This is a really tough... Not really a tough call. It's an interesting force of nature play, that's for sure. So, I mean, I can clear these two. I don't really care too much about the Harvest Golem. I just don't like these guys floating around there together. And it's 6 mana. It's such a pretty play. I'd rather use these Wraths to get more cards, so let's do it. And one of the nice things about this deck is that most people think you only pack 1 Force of Nature, so... It is nice to get a 2-for-1. I know it's only 4 mana versus 6 mana, but right now I'm just trying... He doesn't know that he's in a race yet, but he's in a race. And I'm just trying to keep up the board control. I'm really hoping that it's not like some twitchy, weird Prophet Velen Mind Blast 25 damage deck or something. We'll see. So it's kind of fun to go back to the lower levels of play, per se, just to see how things go, what things look like. You're really... Okay, so I really need to silence that guy now. I really need to silence that guy now. Okay, well... I guess I'm spending 2 Wraths. Okay. Yeah, I don't really like playing with Inner Fire too much, just because you can't reliably do things with it, but... I could Force of Nature here. I don't really like doing that because it leaves my board so exposed. But I can drop this and a double Wrath. Yeah, there's not too many great options here. But he did invest like 30 cards in that. I have enough silence in this deck. But I guess that's what I get for letting that guy live for so long. Oh wait, I do have 2 spare mana. Nice. I forgot how much Wrath costs. I thought it cost 3. So, not so awful. I'm very glad he didn't turn that 10-10 on my face. Now I just, if I can get a Savage Roar, which I've not had any of yet, I'll hold on to that Force of Nature. Should be okay. Should be okay. Because the goal versus Priest is to just not let them overwhelm you with the Wombo combo. But I'm expecting a Druid of the Claw. It's always a Druid of the Claw. Oh, he's charging with the Druid of the Claw. He's gotta be feeling that health total pressure in that case. Or he's gonna be healing it. There we go. Okay, healing himself. Trying to stay out of lethal range right there, which is not a terrible idea. Let's go ahead and draw 2. And do we have something else? Not really. So I could have Force of Nature killed that guy, but I want to save that for possibly the end of the game. My life total's high enough to where I feel alright. And I can use an Argent Commander if needed. Would prefer an Azure Drake swipe play or something next turn. But it's nice that I could actually end the game next turn, so... Just got to bank on the fact that I do have a higher life total. And he's trying to rely on Thoughtsteal, which, don't get me wrong, Thoughtsteal's great. I have a lot of fun with Thoughtsteal. You got to start watching out for Cabal Shadow Priest too, I guess. Okay, that's a thing you can do with your silence. I guess what that telegraphs to me is that he doesn't have a lot of cards left to really play here. So this is about to be winning time. The time where I need to go for the win. So I have 6, 11, 12, 13. 1 short. So let's see, that's 4. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. 1 short. Need a Savage Roar. Need a something. Or I could get a Keeper of the Grove. That could work out pretty well. But I don't have that magic 10 mana yet. So if he's going to go for actually... Okay. That is another option. Let's see here. I am really tempted to Force of Nature. It is very, very possible to get overwhelmed from here on out. But I am going to avoid that temptation. I've banked up enough life to be able to do this, so might as well hit it and go for a full clear. This does leave me a little exposed for Holy Nova, but that's not my win condition anymore. Win condition now is either some kind of combo or just keeping control of the board. So there's a light spawn, and there's your Holy Nova. Alright. I don't think Ancient Allure is really appropriate right now because I have cards to play. Here, let's do this. And yeah, I could try and keep that guy up. He could just heal it from time to time, but I could turn it into a 1/1, or I could protect this guy's flank a little bit with a taunt. He may have a silence. There's any number of things that he could have right now. I feel like charging is the right move. It usually is the right move in this deck.
Where shall I strike?
Now, he has shown me that he does do Inner Fire, so... Well, he doesn't even need to do that with the Light Spawn if he doubles the health and attacks with it. Could be bad news bears, but... This does put, if I play Force of Nature and he doesn't taunt, I can win. But let's see, I have silences. I have let's see here. There's plenty of cards that I have not seen that I have 12 cards left. Keeper of the Grove. Would really enjoy that. Would really enjoy that with the Light Spawn. So there we go, Divine Spirit. There's the other one. And he's not going for face. That could be my saving grace just a little bit here. Because that is... Alright. We gotta think this through. 6, 10. If that deals damage to the person, that's 12. So let's find out. This is what I feel like I should know more about the game. Like I said, I really have not played Druid very much. And that's partially because I hadn't sucked up the dust to do it. But still, Priest games get pretty interesting from time to time just with stuff like that. But well played by Mr. Tattlebag. But when you go for janky combos like that, and then if he's focusing on clearing my board instead of and trying to control the board when clearly he doesn't have the board control. If he had saved those up to maybe do some kind of face play, that could have worked out a little bit better for him. I don't know. That's not the kind of Priest deck I'd play. So let's see, what else do we got? Maybe a few other good or interesting matchups. So this deck's built to fight Miracle Rogue or Zoo or something. All the things that I'm not facing today. Yay. Formidable opponent. Okay, now I've fought one Zoolock today. Violet Teacher's fun against it. Wrath's fun against it. I really wish I was going second, but whatever. Feel like I really need some more early aggression. Wrath's going to be decent. Is that too slow is the question. We'll find out. It's fun with card games. It comes down to the draw. So this is a slow hand, which is not what I want. Kind of hope it's a handlock now. We'll see. It's probably not a handlock. At rank 16, it's usually not one. It's probably going to be Fire Imp. Oh, Voidwalker. Well, that's fortunate, because at least I can Wrath it. Okay, so there's Force of Nature right away. And I guess I didn't need to Wrath immediately, but... What am I saving it for but for him to overwhelm my board? I mean, I have a swipe, so... What's going to be for 3? Is that a Harvest Golem? No, Knife Juggler and...
You shall not pass.
Okay, so yeah, we got your traditional Reynard-style Zoo with your Shield Bearers, with your other goodies, with your Try and Protect, all the shit that's all around it. So this is a decent swipe target. But I guess for now we're just going to Hero Power, punch it and pass. Can't take that attack with you. And this Power of the Wild Druid will just, or not Druid, but thing will just die. So I could put out the Violet Teacher next turn. It's possible he has a Soulfire sitting. And wow, okay. Yeah, we got your very, very traditional zoologist here. Double Force of Nature. Swipe could help me clean up quite a bit, but we'll... It's going to be interesting kind of try and play the patient game here. Would love an Innervate right now. If I had a coin, I probably would have wasted it already, but coin as Drake's not bad. I just don't want to leave these guys down to 1 and hope for the best. So we'll do this. The worst he does is he runs everything into it and they die. And that's not the worst. There's plenty of bad things he can do. Like get my life total straight down. There we go. Wow, 2 of them. Okay. This is going to get ugly in just a second, but that's what happens in these kind of matchups here. Okay, can I double swipe in time? Probably not. Well, I'm going to single swipe at least. Would be nice to have this out, but the problem is that he has lethal right now, so... Swipey swipe.
I'm ready to learn.
Is this all minions or adjacent minions? That's adjacent minions, so well... We're going to gamble here a little bit. I want to deal with the Knife Juggler, but I want to deal with the buffs a little bit more. That's still 5 damage. I just don't like killing this guy if I don't have to. I'm so far behind already is the thing, so...
Instruction begins.
See if we can stay alive one more turn. Probably not. But yeah, like I said, against Zoo, you want a much faster hand than the hand I started with. Oh, good. So there we go. That may do it. Although I do have a second swipe, but this would be the time to go for face. So here. That's 9, 11. If he has Soulfire, I'm dead. Looks like he doesn't have Soulfire. A little bit of a misplay going after my board there. So we'll see if I can hold on from 8 health. I mean, it's not the swipe I want to do, but it's the swipe I have to do right here. So I don't like showing both of my swipes like this. But hey.
The light protects me.
That's how it goes. Looks like it's going to possibly be a Drake Power of the Wild next turn. Probably not Force of Nature. That's annoying.
The light protects
That's also annoying. Yeah, I'm getting slapped around. That's okay, though. Now here are the faster cards I wanted a little sooner. So... I've got to start playing more aggressively here. With my health total so low, it's just gonna have to be like this. So we'll do it. Try and play a little bit of offense, defense, special teams. I don't like that play at all, but that's just the position I'm in right now in this game. And I have a second Force of Nature that I can try and use. If I lose this one, it's mainly because of the start, but that's okay. A little bit of a buff. Go for face is the smarter play. There we go. Getting me closer to that ever-dreaded lethal range. And once again, I'm in a position where I'm going to have to Force of Nature... I can Force of Nature, Power of the Wild, and just say F it and go for it. Doesn't seem awful. Would probably prefer the Azure Drake, but I don't like dropping my mana that low without an alternative play. So let's do this again. We are in desperation time. So let's see. Do I care too much about your health total? Not really.
I fight.
I gotta start doing damage on this guy a little bit. Now, if he drops like an Inferno or something with an Infernal and it does 1 damage to everything, I'll be a little sad, but You know what, since I'm not getting a Keeper of Lore to heal myself up, this is just how it's going to have to be. Doomguard, sweet. Well played to you, sir. Oh well. First loss I've had actually, first loss I've had since I've started streaming today. So, yay! That's Zulok. I could QQ, but the truth of the matter is that I just, slow start. Not much else to say. You don't win them all. Your goal is mainly just to get like greater than 50%. And so far I'm getting much greater than 50% return on this. So that is a plus. So I want to fight the Musty Orphan apparently. But I'm not. Alright, so Mage. What does Mage look like at rank 16? Ugh. There's these, it's like here's the cards I wanted last time, but I may as well keep that. May as well keep something. I got a coin. Yeah, it's not bad. Turn 2, Druid of the Claw, here we come. So we got these special fancy cards for Miguel and Nancer, not the cards that I have. There's a mirror image from the get-go. Little annoying, but not unbearable.
The light protects me.
Is it still worthwhile to turn 2 Druid of the Claw? Not turn 2. Yeah, turn 2. Maybe. I could Power the Wild instead. Okay. Oh, sweet, beautiful swipe. Terrible time to use it, but that's gonna, let's see here. Sort of an interesting position to be in right now. I guess I could just Hero Power knock these things down and look like I'm not doing anything. Because right now, he doesn't have a lot of threats, and I don't want to overreact to taunts. I want board control, but I want to be able to get to the Sorcerer's Apprentice, but I want to actually swipe at an appropriate time. So I guess there's this. Oh, you're playing right into my hands right there. Force of Nature, so I got the combo. Okay. Terrible time to swipe. Decent time to innervate Druid of the Claw charge. If that causes him to Sorcerer's Apprentice Hero Power me, I don't really care. Well, I do care a little bit. I want my creatures around. Maybe better to Druid of the Claw taunt. In case he is thinking of some spell goodies, because this is +1 spell cost, and he will have Fireball next turn. What I don't want to do is Hero Power pass here. I don't want to just play a Panther. We'll set up a better swipe.
Hello.
My greetings.
Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out Mage just a little bit. I imagine there's going to be more mirror images coming. But since there's so much hard removal is now, I really wonder which secret that's going to be, if that's going to be mirror image or something else. If it's counterspell, I'm going to laugh and then cry a little bit. So do we really just pass here? I guess Power of the Wild is going to have to be the play to go to right now, just so we can see what this is all about. So I don't know if mirror image, the text there, but I really don't like doing that. Now it could be Ice Block. Like I said, mirror image is something I see a lot of in Arena. Not so much in Constructed, probably not with somebody with fancy cards like this. This is probably just an aggro mage, Trump style or something.
Pay attention, class.
That's why we Saber Swipe. That's exactly why we Saber Swipe, or one better. Alright. Now I do have some options here. I can silence this, which would be fun. I still don't know what secret that is. I can go 8. I can go 6 in charge. That 5 life total is really annoying. Kind of, maybe. We are going to have to start thinking about Flame Strike in just a little bit. Let's silence it.
I must safeguard the land.
Don't want to get overwhelmed by tokens. And we'll hold on to our other goodies. Really slow game here. That'll speed it up a little bit. Would rather him use his mana on that. So we got all kinds of spell power stuff today. Is this the time to Wrath? I think it's... Yeah, I think this is time to play Druid of the Claw. Since that's not Mirror Image, which apparently... It's probably not going to be Counterspell, but I guess we'll test that theory. Well, I already played another card to answer that question. Okay, so we're at this point where we want to try and maintain board control as much as possible. Now we want to transition to actually damaging the face. He actually is still sitting on a lot of cards. I'm a little concerned, but maybe it's because I haven't been playing too much. So we'll just have to start there. Okay, Arcane Explosion. Hello. Double swipies. It's always fun. We're just going to keep clearing your board.
You require my assistance?
Okay, and this is why we keep our swipes. This is exactly why we keep our swipes. Oh, this is going to be so fun. Okay. Oh my gosh, and I could totally innervate and play all that, but there's no great reason to do that. Because I need to kill this guy now. So let's kill him now. And your little mirror images too. Let's check and see if this is Vaporize. Ice Barrier, okay. Extend the game out a little bit. He does have one Fireball. So you got that off the Archmage, but now it's just going to be a matter of can I knock him down a little further in time? So the one unfortunate thing is that I did have to blow both of my swipes. Alright. Might as well just think about it. Still have this, but it's not good for a ton of damage. It's probably going to drop something that'll kill all this. He's got 10 mana. Alright. It's a fun one to Faceless Manipulate and Sheep. This is fun. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I have no plays other than Force of Nature, Savage Roar. This is not the hand we wanted. Alright, yeah. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So let's see here. That's gonna be 3. Take some face damage. 2, 4, 4, 4. Useless innervates. Totally useless innervates. Well, I guess not totally useless, but pretty useless. And that's probably Ice Block or something similar. So he's just trying to get he's trying to get me down at this point, and he's not in a bad position to do so. Argent Commander, save us. Okay, so that's Ice Block. And he's used 1 poly. He may be carrying only 1 poly. I'm not ready. And this is going to be for face. So does he have the Pyroblast? Maybe. Oh my god, my inner I can innervate it.
For the wild.
Yeah, that's probably a loss. That's okay. Does he have Pyroblasts? Doesn't matter. You don't get any prizes for keeping your cards in your deck, I guess, but no reason to rage. Well, if he's got 2 fireballs, that'll do it. There we go. Good game. Nice use of deck by Miguel Nancer there. Oh no, I lost another star. I lost 2 games in a row. Oh no. Probably better decisions I could have made during there. I'll have to look at the video again. So we'll have to see what that's all about. Sorry for the silence, just having to respond to a call I got. Alright. Let's see if I can end this one with a win. It's another priest! That may not happen. Alright. Good cards to start with. Once again, you want a fast start against priest. Keeper of the Grove counts as fast start. Little creatures, not what I'm getting here today. Okay. Wrath's decent. Yeah, those 2 innervates were not really what I needed last game. But you can't blame the cards when the players got to clean up play just a little bit here. So Violet Teacher could be good turn 4. We shall see. So the coin, what has he got? Is it a... Okay, that's gonna be a Wrath, I guess. Yeah, probably decent to Wrath that, or I could wait and Keeper of the Grove next turn, but that feels like a monumental waste of time. Just better to clear the board, I've found, with this deck. Because those mirror images... Oh, good, we're getting one of these decks that mind blasts like crazy. We'll see how that one goes. So, Violet Teacher right now. Always think it's Violent Teacher. When I was a teacher, I wanted to be violent, but har. Words. Question is he going to Shadow Word Pain this, or does he even have Shadow Word Pain? Nice thing about Power of the Wild is that that does pump it up to a... creature is not going to get pained or murdered here. Oh, should probably hit end turn. Oops. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Just saw him select it and thought. So is this going to be where the pain comes in?
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll draw that out now, I guess.
Is someone injured?
Well, that's going to be nice. He just used 2 cards. Now, granted, he got 1 card back, but...
I must safeguard.
I love silencing Northshire Clerics. It's just a good practice. All around. Just gotta wait now. We'll be a little sad if I lose 3 in a row to end this, because I am going to have to go after this, but we'll see. Okay, we got the Gurabashi up in here. Interesting. Do I Savage Roar? Probably not. That can be a really dangerous card if you let it stick around. But I think I'm going to let it possibly stick around. Now, if I Savage Roar, I could take it out. There's no reason to really overreact to it, so... Let's see what this gets me. Maybe I'll have a better option for innervating here. Let's see what we got here. We are at Holy Nova time. So if I were to do this, it would be to pump up my units. I got a decent turn 7, I think. So this lets me do this. Wow, lag city. Alright. And there we go, a little bit of damage. Got my units pumped up. Should be able to deal with the Gurabashi by throwing some of my units at it. I have an Argent Commander in my pocket. Yeah, I am happy to see you. And I'm a little less happy, but that's okay. So there's that. Oh, based force of nature. Thank you. Alright. Would have been a good innervate time. Now the question becomes, I don't have great options here for mana. I don't really feel like dumping that, but I don't have but 2 silences in here. This is probably the biggest threat this deck's going to pose. And these things are both 5 health, so I'm going to have to run shit to each other. I really hate clearing my board here. I really, really hate clearing my board. Is there a way to not clear my board? Not with the amount of mana that I have, I think. Well, the Gurabashi's going to be able to do some stuff, so... So here, if I Savage Roar, that'll let me kill this and this. That's kind of a waste. We'll just do this.
For the wild. Time waits for no one.
Maybe we'll get an Ancient of Lore or something in just a minute. Hate leaving 3 mana on the table, but... So it goes. So there's your heal. Oh, and the Power Word Shield. That's cute. Anything else? Really? Okay. I need to silence you. So this is the combo people are talking about. Wow, okay. Can I kill it right now? I guess I should have taken the opportunity last turn to just clear that, because he just dumped a bunch of cards in and I'm down to 5 health. 18 damage. You know, I think I can kill it. I'm just gonna hate the way I have to do it. So let's see here. So here, that's 17 damage. 13. Alright, so let's run my face into it now. Yeah, this is where adding sucks so badly, because I'm gonna have to do this. Oh god. 1 damage short. That's brutal. Brutal. Oh well. It's really nice to see Priest, though, and it's really nice to kind of struggle against Priest with this deck. I could just pop onto my Hunter and maybe eviscerate these guys a little bit more, but I find this Druid deck pretty interesting, still having to think of the ins and outs a little bit. It's like the 3rd deck I've faced today that does all kinds of shenanigans with doubling health and doubling damage and all that, and that's just a little unusual. Not saying it's bad, just saying you don't typically see it. So I'm at 5 health. Everything is a threat.
I must safeguard the land.
Everything's a threat.
For the wild.
And it's not going to take him too much to actually take me out. So that is 3 losses in a row to possibly end this. Oh well. Like I said, there's plenty of play I can clean up here. Oh, I'm almost dead. And he's healing himself. And I think that's going to be GG regardless. Unless I get some magic in my deck. Let me do this really, really... Okay, well... Kind of feel like I wasted the innervates there. Because I can Force of Nature knock that down. This still kills me, so... Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to do one more game.
I can see.
Feel like I could play that one better. Feel like I can do better. So, I was doing so well. And then the Priest Wombo combos came out. And now I'm not. Alright, let's do one more. See if I can get 1 star back. You'd think rank 16 wouldn't be so bad. But I could call it being rusty or something, but I think the fact of the matter is that there's some early line decision making and mulliganing that I could do better that I haven't been doing. So I'm going to have to go maybe back to the drawing board a little bit on this. Alright, so we're going to try and go super fast here.
I must protect the one.
Violet Teacher's pretty nice. Get rid of those. I'm imagining this is Miracle. Don't really like that. But whatever. 2 Force of Natures. Not my favorite hand. Maybe I'm just going tilt right now. I don't know. Got a lot of big creatures, and you really want to start fast and small here. But at least I'm not getting... Turn 1 Sinister Striked. We'll see if this is a mid-range rogue or something. I doubt it. So, do we turn 5 draw a card? I think so.
Job's done.
And then that gives me a really nice turn 4, whether it's the Keeper of the Grove or these two. Just gotta watch out for Betrayal. Assuming rogues run Betrayal anymore. I know I like Betrayal. And I think I'm the only one. So there's that. And he's just going for my face. So there we go. There are probably better silence targets. So we're just gonna go for this play. Said always paranoid of Betrayal with these guys. We're going to start turning this into a race, I think.
The light protects me.
2 Argent Squires. What fun. And we'll have to deal with that one. Okay, so is that a Panic Cold Blood? I don't really think it is. It's a decent Cold Blood. Probably should just work on clearing the board a little bit here. Conceal. Okay. Well, that's a little problematic. So I guess we're just gonna save the Keeper. And just 1-1 ourselves. I don't know. I tend to like concealing things like Gadget Zans or something, but not everyone runs Gadget Zan in a Miracle anymore. So like I said, we're gonna go for the race. We're gonna treat this. We're gonna see if we can get something right for once by the end of this. Now this would be nice to Wrath, but we'll see how that goes. Nice. I really like South Sea deckhands. Those cards are good to me. Now, is he actually gonna try and clear my board? Not what I expected. So, are we playing a Control Rogue or a Miracle Rogue or a Rouge Rogue? I don't know, but we're just gonna. I guess we'll go for the card draw. Whee! What else do we get? Another Wrath into Wrath. I guess there are worse things to get, but You kind of want to cycle through towards your deck to other good things. Still saving that silence. Still have the forces of nature. Almost got him to where if I get a Savage Roar, I can do good. Alright. Novice Engineer, not used to seeing that. So he's going to go for the multi-card draw. This is not what I expect from a Miracle Rogue. I don't know what to say. I guess some people would say this is a rank 16 deck, but he's going for more plays. And every little armor that I can get's really nice here, but if he's just sitting on a bunch of stuff, if he's sitting on the kill right now... Power of the Wild. Not bad. I could Wrath, but it may be better for me just to play something now. Let's see. There's a lot of things in my deck that I can play with 5 mana. So I'll at least get a card out of that too. Swipe is good. These kind of decks don't normally play taunts, so I am going to... let's see. I can take a calculated risk and try and go for drawing one of my 2 Savage Roars here.
I must safeguard the land.
So like I said, I'm just going to treat this a little bit like a race. Actually, what we do, because of the swipe, I may be able to reach over taunts if they come up. This is probably where he's going to taunt me. No, Mana Addict. Okay. Not what I expected. This could be a nasty combo if he has like a bunch of shit up here. Do I have lethal? 6. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, I do. Alright. Yay, I get a win to end this.
Well played.
That's fun. Exactly lethal. I'll take it. Alright, so that was fun. So that's me streaming Hearthstone for today. Just trying out Druid deck. I'll show it up here one more time. I got Redemption Star. Because that was a very strange rogue deck. I'm still scratching my head just a little bit. But I'll show the deck one more time real quick. Yeah, here it is. Like I said, total net deck. The thread on Reddit was something like "There be dragons" or something, but it's fun. It's interesting. I feel like I'm not quite comfortable with it like maybe I thought it was before, but I'll get the hang of it as I climb ranks. But thank you all for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Way to Fail. I am on the YouTubes. I am on the Twitter. I'm on all those things. There's that information. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all in the future. Watch for my Twitter for stream announcements and all that. But thanks for watching. Take care.